We're decently far away from the space update, about like a month and a half, and in the meantime, I know that you guys probably want to know what we're gonna get in that update. Now, I'm not claiming to know, but of course, I can speculate and I can give a couple of suggestions. And the first thing I want to say is that I really hope the level cap is not like 490 or something. Now, that's a kind of a stretch. That's kind of a stretch saying that it's going to be that high. But after the Namek update, I think it's fair to say that Snake is allowing the level cap to be higher than intended. Not intended, but like than we would think. And it being above like 420 or something would be genuinely abysmal for the next couple of updates. Because of course, everybody that's currently level 250 is going to already speed through the space update, because the update in general is just going to start at level 200, and that's if nothing's changed. And of course, Snake has expressed his distaste for changing the levels for each world. Now, personally, I don't think that's really good for the game, because it's really easy to level up right now, and it was pretty hard at the start of the game. So it's kind of weird right now, because we're in that limbo to where the game's supposed to be a little bit easier than it was before, and then it's a little bit too easy, but I digress. Other than that, I don't really have too much to say about the level cap, other than the fact that we're probably going to be getting a lot of level, not 350. I don't know, like I know we're Super Saiyan Blues at 350, but there's a bunch of people already at 350 right now. Maybe like 300 to 425 forms, possibly. I don't know if is there any forms like in that range, 400 to 425? Tell me in the comments if I get that wrong. If I don't, like, I have genuinely no clue. But other than that, personally, I actually want to see the return of world bosses in that specific world, because when Namek released, we didn't get a single world boss. Now that was kind of weird for me, because I thought we were gonna get like maybe a world boss that's like Frieza, but of course we got the raid that was Frieza. Maybe fifth form Cooler. Now I'm not gonna stop yapping about fifth form Cooler, because personally I just don't wanna, you know, I don't want to have a bald head, bro. I want spikes on my head at least if I'm gonna be an alien, an ugly alien. Other than that, you know, possibly like a Beerus planet raid, like 1% Beerus, or like a world boss that's like 1% Beerus or 50% Beerus. I know that Beerus is a lot stronger than portrayed in like the anime, but you know, I feel like we could get at least something with Beerus other than just like the quest from OG Final Stand, and possibly, you know, those nice move sets. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But of course, the Beerus Planet raid or world boss, Broly raid or world boss, I feel like there's a lot we can do with Broly. Even though we can just have the quest still, I feel like there's so much you can do with Planet Vegeta in general. We can make a whole nother world boss or a whole nother raid that has to do with that. Or we could go with Super Broly, which I doubt is gonna happen, because Super Broly was, what, I think above TOP in terms of content. I don't remember. In the OG, it was like level 600 to where you can participate in Broly's, right? I don't know. But I don't really think we're gonna get Super Broly, but I do feel like that would be kind of a missed opportunity in a way, because Planet Vampa, I think that's a pretty cool concept. Or at least we can get Planet Vampa without Broly in it, which would be weird, but you know, I kind of need that pelts around my character, or around one of my characters, because most of my characters have like the God of Destruction fit, which is pretty cool. I know. Maybe Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Now, I might be getting my games mixed up, but I'm pretty sure there's a quest with King Cold and Mecha Frieza in future, but I still don't know, because I haven't played OG Final Stand in a while. I'm pretty sure all the worlds are locked, if you guys have ever tried going back in the Final Stand. But yeah, maybe a Mecha Frieza and King Cold raid, And personally, I kind of want to see more of like, I want to see more GT content in space a little bit. I know a lot of you guys are like, no, not GT. And I know we're not going to be getting Super Saiyan 4 in space, so let's go ahead and save that for later. But I feel like we can still get a pretty decent amount of GT content in space, like Omega Shenron, etc. And that could probably be like raid boss and such. I don't know, cause like Future, there's gonna be so much content for Future, and I don't think we need Omega Shenron and such for Future in general. And if we ever do get like the Demon World or Daima, I'm pretty sure we actually had the Demon World in OG Final Saiyan. That's the world where like Janemba was, right? Yeah, Janemba and 100% Frieza. We could get that, but maybe that world will get revamped. I don't know. I feel like we should still get a lot of GT content like Omega Shenron and Baby. I know that a lot of the beta testers were like mentioning, or at least a few beta testers were mentioning like a Tuffle planet. And I think that would be a pretty amazing addition to the game. Come on, give Tuffles even more content. Push their agenda. They're already kind of like, dang. Actually, which race is the best? Is it aliens or Tuffles? Dang. It might actually be Tuffles. But other than that, hey, that's all I really can think of for like bosses and raids and such. But I definitely feel that we should probably get like a Tuffle raid or a world boss, especially in space out of all things. Next up would actually be the forms. Now, like I said before, I don't really know all the forms because I haven't played OG in a while, and I definitely did not play as many slots as I've played on this game in the OG game. But of course, Black Frieza, I don't know if we're going to be getting Black Frieza immediately because, well, I kind of feel like it should be a higher level form, but I might be wrong. If we do get Black Frieza, then that's cool. But of course, in the OG Final Stand, I do remember that it was Golden Frieza and then Perfected Golden Frieza. They were two different forms, but because we have Mastery in this game, that's not going to be the case, I think. And I kind of hope. But if we don't get Black Frieza, I still feel we should get, you know, like Cooler? Fifth form? Golden Cooler? Come on, Snake, I know you want to add it. I know you want to. Alright. Next up is maybe like the Saiyan forms. Honestly, I don't think Saiyans have too much that's in space other than like Super Saiyan Blue. So that's really the only thing that we're going to get if you're a Saiyan. And depending on how Snake is going to go with these like forms, the God Key forms, I'm probably going to, I think it's a safe bet to say that Super Saiyan Blue is gonna have like 50 ad stats on top of the God Key passive, which is pretty mid. It is definitely pretty mid. I really do hope it's gonna be like at least 100, possibly, but it really just depends. I don't know how strong the forms are gonna be. Next up is actually humans. Now, I don't remember what level we got Dark Human at. I don't think Dark Human's gonna be next update. But if it is next update, then it'd probably be just a drop form. But genuinely, I think Space is gonna have less content than Future because Dark Human would be more of like a Future update. No? It's level like 420 something. I don't even remember. I'm gonna be completely honest because like the level cap is so messed up in the game right now, in my opinion. It's gonna be like really, really weird to get like Future level stuff during Space. But we are, so whatever, I suppose. God Human. We are going to be getting God Human instead of Beast for right now. I don't know why so many people are like saying that God Human is like gone or whatever. And it's not. It's definitely not gone. I've mentioned it, and a couple of other beta tester humans have mentioned it before, like having God Human in the game instead of just like Beast immediately. But like I know a couple of people were like spreading that God Human was getting removed and replaced with Beast, and woo, that is a choice. That is a choice. Personally, I like God Human a whole lot more than like any of the human forms. I think it's pretty drippy. But after God Human, then we're probably going to be getting Beast or Dark Human. Probably both of them. I don't know. Next up is probably like God Namekian. Now, personally, I actually don't know if this is going to be added into the game, because Orange Namekian got added, which is really weird for me because I assumed that the orange form wasn't going to be released for like ages, but it got released in Namek, which was something else. So maybe we won't get God Human, or not God Human, God Namekian. Excuse me. Now, last form that I know, I'm gonna confirm this like right up, because you know this is my agenda. Okay, the alien race is absolutely gonna be getting universal. We're not gonna be getting Black Frieza, guys. I don't know who said that. Snake, if you said that, I don't know what to say to you. I'm disappointed. Don't ever give us Black Frieza. We're aliens. We're not Frieza race, all right? Give us universal. We need that. I don't know if it's gonna be a God Key or like just a raw stat form, but I do hope in space we get a lot more gimmicks, because during the Namek update, we definitely didn't get any gimmicks, or at least I know Tuffle's got symbiotic dive, which was really nice, but like a lot of the gimmick forms got kind of shafted during the Namek update, which was weird for me. Now, lastly, I do wanna go over the movesets, because I don't really know exactly what we're gonna get, but I do think that there's a couple of cool moves that can possibly get added, and that we can speculate to be added, like a couple of the Broly moves. I don't think that we'll be getting a lot of the Super Broly moves, but in general, if we do get a lot of different world bosses, if we get the world bosses and raids back, I definitely think that we should be getting the corresponding moves to go with them. And that might not be all of the Broly moves, but we should get like maybe a couple if we do get like a Broly world boss or something. And for Omega Shenron, we'll get a couple of those. Maybe like the Whis moves. I don't remember if this was in Earth or space, because Whis is currently in Earth, but all he does is like change the color of your moves, which is pretty cool, but I kind of want my Whis moves back, you know? So maybe we'll get a couple of Whis moves in space and the God moveset. Now, I did mention at the start of the video that I was going to talk about this later. Personally, it's my favorite moveset in the game, and it definitely got replaced by the Goku Black moveset, which is okay, but most of the Goku Black moveset is kind of mid. I'm sorry. I love my Keyblade, but it's pretty mid. And I definitely want my Hakai back. I can't be a God of Destruction without Hakai, man. So hopefully that gets reworked and is actually good. But I definitely think we should be getting a couple of God moves into the game. If we don't, then I don't know what to say. I might make a rant video. You know, without Hakai in my moveset, I might make a rant video. But other than that, let's think. You know what? I think that might actually be it. Yeah. I'm not really gonna talk about like the quest or anything, because I'm pretty sure all of you guys that played OG Final Stand already know most of the quests we're gonna be getting. So it shouldn't be too hard to like determine the quest line. So, yeah. And that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to talk about with the space update. And hopefully the stuff I did talk about in the video will get added. And if they don't, then, you know, tears. So, see ya, and thanks for watching.